everyone, welcome to our video. Before we start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Claudia Putri Rastanina and my student number is 021. Today, me and my two other friends are going to talk about language and culture and how they are connected. Have you ever noticed that the way people speak can tell you a lot about where they are come from and what kind of culture they have? That's because language and culture are strongly connected. Language is not just about words or grammar, and it is also about how people express their feeling, their ideas, and their tradition. Culture includes things like food, clothing, beliefs, and celebration, also even how we show our respect to others. Language helps us a lot to share all those things. For example, in Japanese, there's a word called komorebi, if I'm not mistaken, and which means it's a sunlight that shines through tree leaves. So in English or Indonesia, we don't have one exact word to describe one situation. And this shows that some things are more important in one culture than another, and that can be seen in the language. And for another example, some cultures have many ways to say you, depending on age, respect, and relationship. Others use just one word, so by looking at language, we can understand how culture works. Even the way we speak politely can show culture. Some languages have special words for speaking to older people or people with higher status. If in Indonesia we have Javanese, in Javanese we have ngoko and kromo. And ngoko is like we talk to people with the same age, and kromo is when we talk to people with higher status or older than us. Yeah. So in short, language is not just something we use to talk. It is something that carries culture, history, and identity. And that's what we want to explore in this video.
Hello guys, I am Felicia Amanda with student number 019 and I will be your second speaker at this video. So I will continue what my friends already explained in the first part. And for the second part, I will explain about code switching. So, I will explain about the real example of code switching. So now, let's look at a real example of a sociolinguistic phenomenon, which is code switching. So, what is code switching? Code switching is when someone switches between two or more languages in a single sentence or conversation. This is very common in many parts of the world, especially in countries like Indonesia, where people speak more than one language, like Indonesian language, Japanese, Cantonese, and English. Here's an example. Aku capek banget hari ini. I just want to sleep. The sentence starts in Indonesian and then switches to English. And for another example is, besok ada kuis nih. Make sure ya kamu udah belajar, okay? So, why do people do this? There are several reasons. Number one is comfort or habit. Sometimes people grow up speaking two languages, so switching between them feel natural. They don't even realize they are doing it. It just flows. And number two is to express something better. Some words or phrases feel easier or more accurate in one language than the other. For example, someone might say, vibes-nya enak banget because there is no exact translation for vibes in Indonesia that feels the same. And number three is to show identity or belonging. Using English mixed with Indonesian might show that the speaker is modern, educated, or part of a certain group. It's a way of saying, this is who I am in this way. Language becomes part of our identity. And number four is to adjust to the listener. We change how we speak depending on who we talk to. With friends, we might use casual mixed language. With teacher or older people, we might avoid code switching and speak more formally. This shows that code switching is also about social awareness. Code switching is not a mistake. It's a smart and creative way to communicate. It shows how flexible and dynamic language can be. It also shows that language is more than grammar rules. It's about people, emotions, relationships, and situations. So, when we hear someone say, "Maaf ya, I can't come today, ada urusan keluarga nih," we can see how language and culture mix together in our daily life. So, for the next part, will be explained by my another friends. See you!
Hello everyone, my name is Agnes Puspita and my student number is 020. So, in this part, I will tell you about the conclusion. What can we learn from this? Language and culture cannot be separated. How we speak shows our values and social rules. For example, in Japanese or Korean, people use very polite language, especially when talking to someone older or of higher status. But in Western cultures, people usually speak more directly. This shows that every culture has its own communication style and language reflects that. In conclusion, language is a mirror of culture. When we learn a new language, we also learn about the people, their habits, and their way of thinking. So, this is all from us. Thank you for watching and we hope this video helped you understand more about how language and culture are connected. Thank you.